Lee
and Stephanie Westcott,
and we would like to introduce the concept Math Practice 4, Modeling with Mathematics.
What it means: use math to solve real-world problems, organize data, and understand the world around you. Own it. Math limited to math class is worthless. Have students use math in science, art, music, and even reading. Use real graphics, articles, and data from the newspaper or other sources to make math relevant and real. Have students create real-world problems using their mathematical knowledge.
Oops. Mathematically proficient students can apply the mathematics they know to solve problems arising in everyday life, society, and the workplace. In early grades, this might be as simple as writing an addition equation to describe a situation. In middle grades, a student might apply proportional reasoning to plan a school event or analyze a problem in the community. By high school, a student might use geometry to solve a design problem or use a function to describe how one quantity of interest depends on another.
The course standard also includes the ability to apply what students know and make comfortable assumptions and approximations to simplify a complicated situation. Students' ability to identify important quantities in a practical situation and map their relationships using common tools like graphs and charts. They need to be able to analyze those relationships mathematically to draw conclusions. Students also need to routinely interpret their mathematical results in the context of the situation and reflect on whether the results make sense.
For the following problems, Stephanie will be playing the role of student, and I will be playing the role of teacher.
For this problem, the student will be given a game of adapted Monopoly. The purpose is to practice budgeting in real-life situations and review addition and subtraction of large numbers for the classroom. I will assign groups of students to each game and give them differing amounts of money. The majority of the rules for regular Monopoly will be discarded, with the purpose being to budget for, buy, and sell properties. Students will keep track of their transactions on a sheet of paper. I will go over budgeting techniques and also a little about what buying a house is like, a long way off for students, but good real-life knowledge to have.
So Stephanie is the teacher, and I'm the student.
Yes.
So I, as a student, will continue to budget and buy houses during the Monopoly game. After a set period of time, the student with the most properties and most money left over is the winner. We will be encouraged to do our addition and subtraction mentally, and this allows us to practice mental math along with learning about budgeting.
For this problem, we will be evaluating how many triangles you can put together to make a pentagon. Our modeling behavior will be using a similar shape, a hexagon, and drawing the center point. Then the students will draw lines from the center to each crease point as to demonstrate how you would do so with a pentagon.
So the solution for this example is simple. You can put 5 triangles together to make a pentagon. The appropriate way to come about this answer is with the hexagon, which has 6 triangles. The different but similar problems show that the number of triangles correlate to the number of sides. This is a real-life skill for multiple reasons. It demonstrates that big things can be made up of smaller things. It opens the door to portioning, hand-eye coordination when presented with hands-on examples, and separating like from dislike, and basic reasoning skills.
The following problem is real-life related because everyone has to learn how to count money and make change. Don gave some of his allowance to his sister. He gives his sister 80 cents and has 60 cents left. How much allowance did Don give him in the first place?
So, as a student, we'd figure that he starts out by giving his sister 80 cents. He does this by using 3 quarters and 1 nickel. He then has 60 cents left in 2 quarters and 1 dime. If you add them together, it will give you that amount of allowance that Don had in the first place, which equals $1.40 in the form of $1 bill, 1 quarter, and 2 dimes.
The SIOP model includes 8 basic components: preparation, building background, comprehensible input, strategies, interaction, practice application, lesson delivery, and review and assessment. Teachers will prepare students for the lesson or topic by giving them the necessary background information and vocabulary. Teachers will use multiple learning strategies and learning styles for the interaction and application. Teachers will use scaffolds throughout the lesson, decreasing support as time goes on, guiding students in a way without giving them the solution. Finally, teachers will assess students' mastery by providing a cumulative assessment over the topic.
For our connection to another math practice topic, modeling should be an integral part of any teacher's arsenal. You can model in any subject. In terms of mathematical, modeling, and open-ended problems, they're all excellent connection to demonstrate modeling's importance. By modeling an open-ended problem, you allow students to view your thought process, which may be a new way to solve problems to them. You give yourself a challenge, and you can encourage discussion about various methods of solving these real-life problems. So for our reflection, this time we went with the flow and our presentation ended up being a lot more creative. We also added more interactivity, which is essential for students.
And these are our references. Thank you.